Hello, how are you doing? Welcome back to some more Formula 1 2021 and another part of our Immersive Driver Career Mode. This is the start of Season 5 and our second season at Mercedes. I was worried, I was looking around, I was looking for my pen, worked out it was right there. Now, what's that a reference to? Which video game is that a reference to? Let me know down in the comments section below. But today we have got the Imola Grand Prix. It's going to be a tough season opener. Of course, we've got a 10-race season 5 to come. It's going to be great. Hello, if you are new around here, by the way, make sure you click that subscribe button for daily sports and retro gaming content. We've currently got a daily series going on Gran Turismo 7, and of course we will be building up to the releases of F1 2022 and F1 Manager 22 as well. I really can't wait for that coming out in the summer, so smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. But yeah, we have had some driver moves over the summer, and the big one was that Ocon has replaced the retiring Bottas at Red Bull, and Callum Ilott has come in to Alfa Romeo to replace him. So this is the shape of the teams as we go into Season 5. Max Verstappen and Ocon are at Red Bull. We have got ourselves and Lewis Hamilton at Mercedes. Charles Leclerc and Sergio Perez still at Ferrari. At AlphaTauri, you've still got Gasly and Tsunoda. McLaren as Norris and Schumacher these days. We have Fernando Alonso and Giovinazzi at Alpine, Lundgaard and Mazepin at Haas, and then you've got Vettel and Stroll at Aston Martin, Russell and Latifi still at Williams, and then Zhou and Callum Ilott at Alfa Romeo. So there was a big aerodynamic and chassis reset at the end of last season. We decided to the team decided to save all of the aerodynamic parts. It is completely immersive. I can't go in and change all of these. It is all automated. The team decide the upgrades. So we're hopefully going to be focusing on the chassis a little bit over the next few weeks. We have got a minor one in progress, but we are massively ahead of Red Bull in second, and Williams are the third best team going into this first race. So it's going to be a really exciting Grand Prix. I can't wait for it. So why don't we get into qualifying and see how we get on? And just to add another variable to the mix, it's raining. Oh, not yet, it's not. Goodness me. Gonna have to get out there very quickly. Well, let's take you on a lap of Imola. The first lap of Season 5. Our pace has been very, very good in practice so far. Quicker than Lewis Hamilton, so I think we can have a positive result this weekend. But I haven't actually picked up the game for 3-4 weeks since the end of the last season, and it is going to take a little bit to get sharp at the game again, but a nice purple first sector. It is helpful that we are so much quicker than the opposition in this first Grand Prix, because hopefully I don't have to be at my absolute best and can still finish second. That's the idea anyway. Oh, that's a little bit too wide. Lucky not to lose our lap time there. It's certainly not going to be a purple sector 2. Yeah, just sort of turning this into a banker lap now. We were doing low 14s in practice, so I've just seen Ocon did a 14.8, so I think we should be reasonably comfortably through into Q2 with a decent lap. And there you go, we do go quicker, Stephen, with that messy lap there, 1:14.4. I would expect Hamilton to go a lot quicker than that, but with it being rainy soon, I'm not sure what is going to happen, to be honest, but we'll keep pushing hard and See how we get on. We might as well go for the second lap here. You see, already improving. Gasly goes up to P2. He had a wonderful end to season 4 in qualifying. I wonder if he will start the same way this season. Yeah, lovely through there. And look at how much time we lost. Nearly a second. It's a purple sector 2 now. And we're starting to get into the rhythm a lot more now. And this is going to be over a second improvement. Into the 13s we're going to go here.
Less than a lap of fuel now. The tank is empty.
And here we come up to the line then. What's it going to be? 1:13.5, so we go even quicker. So 9/10 quicker than Max Verstappen at the moment. And that should be more than enough to get through to Q2, which is rather nice. We sometimes struggle to get through to Q2, but
we're expecting
our pace just seems to be
expect the first drops in the next few minutes.
There at the moment, and even pushing on lap 3 here. A couple of tenths gained in sector 1. I wasn't even really intending that, but hey, why not? Why don't we go for a third? Oh, well, that's why. We've run out of fuel. So, just going to have to coast it back round and head back to the garage. But the rain will be coming. So, let's have a gander at what's going to happen with Lewis. So, Lewis is half a second down on us, to be fair. So, maybe our pace is just that good. You know, that last sector, that's where we're gaining our time. And Lewis, 3/10 quicker himself than Verstappen. You know, the last sector, there's not much going for it. But our car seems to be able to fly through there. And we are through to Q2 nice and easily with a 1:13.5. And that's what it's all about. Well, here we come up to the line at the start of Q2 then, in the wet conditions. Sector 3 is where we've been gaining our time, and once again,
the fastest lap. Good job.
Not fastest in Sector 1 and 2, but very much fastest in Sector 3, but long way off our teammate Lewis Hamilton for now. But we have filled the car with fuel to try and burn it off, gain some confidence. But at the moment, George Russell in P3. Towards the end of lap 3 of this qualifying 2 session, and we are just trapped behind Charles Leclerc, but we are on a very, very good lap here. Oh, just lose it a little bit in the last corner. That's kind of what happened on the previous lap. But Verstappen has now split ourselves and Lewis Hamilton, which, you know, could be a problem. Need to get a good lap in here. We've been going well so far. Just need to actually deliver the lap and not go too wide at the end of it. But our pace is very, very strong. It feels as if I've never been away. Well, here we come up to the line finally. We're going to improve, and there you go. We do go fastest.
So far. Well done.
So 1:22 flat this time. And we finally managed to unlock the potential of the car, but we're just not doing it consistently enough at the moment. But that should be enough to get through to Q3, as long as the conditions don't improve too much. Okay, there you go, comfortably through in the end, and the top 2, you know, it was going to be almost impossible to go out. You know, Ocon on his second run, just getting close enough to Lewis Hamilton. But we were very, very good on our 4th lap there. What I have noticed is, though, Nicholas Latifi went out in Q1 in the 3rd best car. What's he doing? What a shame. But going out in Q2, Giovinazzi in the Alpine, Perez in the Ferrari, both Aston Martins, and the Tsunoda AlphaTauri. It's a battle for pole now. Like a Red Bull on your pole position run. But that is what is happening. This car is just so fast compared to the cars around us, and it's actually quite scary how much that ourselves and Lewis could dominate this season if the other teams don't catch up. But they've obviously just not prepared as well for the regulation change, although we have spun it. We have spun it, spoke far too soon there. And need to get this turned and just about manage it. Gonna let the Williams past. That's our teammate Lewis Hamilton coming through. But that is a little bit of a disaster, to say the least. So we'll stay with the action. Can we get ourselves on pole position? Well, that's going to be this and next lap invalidated. So a full lap to get these tyres sorted out. And yeah, but that's a disappointment, it has to be said. Lewis Hamilton goes quickest to 1:22.7, so matches his time from Q2. Does that mean that we are going to absolutely smash pole position today? Well, let's find out. Well, here we go on our pole position run then. Apparently that time was a second quicker than Lando Norris's time, and that wasn't much of an attack on that lap, I've got to admit. Slow in sector 1. I think we just got to get a banker time in. We know a banker time is going to be pretty much P2, but again we just run it a little bit too wide. And almost all of our laps are getting invalidated at the moment. Here we go then, up to the line, and we start another lap here. That was 1.9 seconds quicker, so that was a 1:22 flat that we just did. So we do have a pole position time very much inside of us here. We've just got to extract the performance and have a clean lap. That's what we got to do. Just stay away from the curbs, don't have any danger of being invalidated, just ease the throttle. Doesn't matter if you lose half a tenth because you've got 7 in the bag apparently. I just can't believe we're so quick. I really can't. I know I've been playing a lot of racing games recently, maybe we're just better at the game, who knows. We are absolutely dominating qualifying here. Sometimes it is just track dependent, and then at the next one you're just all at sea. So here we come. Oh, that's too wide, is it? Oh, just about in the limits again, and now we come up to the line. What's it going to be? It's a 1:21.5. Well, that is very much quick enough for pole position. What I do think is happening is the track's getting quicker. I think that's what's happening. And we're the only one out there plugging times in. Look, we're going quicker again here. And now we got that awesome bank time in. We can really go for it and drive the wheels off this thing. Another purple first sector. Touch the apex in that corner, and already 0.3 of a second up here as we head up the hill and down, and this is great stuff as we fly around. This is good. 4.5 of a second up, and you are seeing the true capabilities of this car now. Oh, but we just took it too deep there. Oh, if we'd nailed that, that would have been 7/8 of a second. I think we bring it in. Or do we? I mean, we've probably got enough fuel. Oh, that's going to be the next lap invalidated.
Okay,
so yeah, let's come in. Lewis Hamilton staying in as well, by the looks of it. We might get out there for one final run. It depends how quickly these guys are going to get it in, but it looks like Lewis Hamilton's staying in the garage. He doesn't think he can beat that time. To be honest, I'm not sure that time is going to be beaten. We'll have a little look. Should be able to get
Intermediate tyres are your best bet in the current conditions.
another time in. So let's go out there. Let's see what we can produce. McLaren just in front of us. Oh no, there's the session over. Are we P1?
Good job, mate. Really well done. That was a fantastic drive.
Are we P1? It says on the dashboard we are. I think we've done it.
With qualifying
Well,
finish,
there you go, and
it's time
Pierre
to
Gasly
remind
goes
ourselves
P2.
of our top three. The
So I
captain,
think that the
Gasly,
conditions
and Lewis
did
Hamilton.
improve. I think
With
Lewis could have got a
qualifying
lot
wrapped up,
closer
we
to
now
us
have our
there.
grid lineup for the big race tomorrow. Be sure to join us then for what will no doubt be a fantastic race.
But yeah, that was an awesome display in qualifying, and there you go, pole position.
You made it look easy. Who would you say is your biggest rival at the moment?
Well, I think Max Verstappen has got to be our big rival.
It's good to qualify at the front, isn't it?
Give the chassis a little bit of confidence as well. Absolutely awesome. Well, let's see how we get on in the race. Can we turn our qualifying dominance into 26 points? Let's find out.
Months of rumour and speculation all come to an end today as we return to racing for the opening event of what promises to be an enthralling season. Welcome along then to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. A lap of Imola, anti-clockwise of course, unlike most of the Formula One circuits, will take our drivers around 3.1 miles of track. 19 turns, 9 right-handers and 10 left. Drivers will need to be precise at the hairpin at turn 7, given the subsequent uphill section. Without a good exit from that corner, they'll lose a lot of time on that stretch. A new season then, a clean slate where anything could happen. Anthony Davidson is with me today as we get another year of Formula One underway.
We're into those tense few minutes before the first race then. Everyone's a little bit nervous about reliability. They haven't been running in the hot, turbulent wake of other cars in practice, and they've not been pushing at 100% for long durations. Let's hope no one has to deal with any nasty surprises.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. The captain lines up on pole position with Pierre Gasly alongside. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Hamilton, Ocon, Max Verstappen and Leclerc, Norris, Russell, Fernando Alonso and Mick Schumacher, Giovinazzi, Perez, Sebastian Vettel and Stroll, Tsunoda, Joe, Callum Ilott and Nicholas Latifi, Lundgaard and Nikita Mazepin. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, here we are down on the track
Well,
then.
great way to start the season. Pole position. Now let's take the win.
Let's see if we can pull this off. Yeah, I think maybe going longer on the soft tyres and bolting on the mediums a little bit later on. That could be a good technique. There are 16 laps, so we'll stick a 1 lap extra of fuel in, and let's get into the first formation lap of the season. And we are away, and I mean, if we can get that sort of launch
Okay, go through all the gears if you can.
in a
Need
little
to make
bit,
sure
that
the
would be
engagement
awesome.
is okay before the start. We're going to want to put some temperature into the tyres and brakes. We need to keep the engine cool though, so don't go too high with the revs.
So we want to try and get these tyres up to temperature. Want a fairly slow formation lap. Keep these tyres up to temp. Not be waiting on the grid too long. Pierre Gasly just behind us in P2, and what an end of the season he had last year. And he was consistently qualifying top 5. And Ocon on his Red Bull debut, out-qualifying Max Verstappen. So it is all change this season. We've come out of the blocks so fast in our Mercedes car. And I'm excited to see how we get on in this race. Around a track that hold very dear to me, actually. You know, Imola, I really do like it. We've... well, I've been there. I've walked around the track before. Went on the simulator there, so it is one that I really do like. So, want to do well on. I want to get 26 points. So here we go. The final corner. Trying to keep these tyres in the optimum window. And here we come up to the line then for a final burnout and the start of Season 5. What is going to happen in these next 10 races? Are we going to win our second World Championship? Are we going to win the Constructors for the first time?
Look stable at the moment. No rain currently expected.
Or are we going to be left wanting as we pull up? We're on pole position. Gasly in second there.
The grid is forming up. Be
Hamilton
patient
third,
and watch for
Ocon
lights.
fourth, and Max Verstappen fifth. So here we go. Ready for the lights. Lights out, away we go here in Imola. It's a decent start off the grid, but Gasly off the grid well as well, and he takes the lead of this Grand Prix of Emilia-Romagna. And we go round the corner nice and safely there. There was yellow flags though, and Callum Ilott out in his first Grand Prix. What happened behind as we watch the cars? Let's see. As we were heading down, I don't know where Callum... Oh, there was a big smash behind, and it was Callum Ilott as he was getting used to the weight of the car, and here he is now. Let's watch him from on board. And you can see his teammate Guan Yu Zhou there on the right-hand side. And it's a massive incident straight away. Goes straight into the back of Tsunoda. Oh, and there's Tsunoda out as well. And that is a huge incident in the first corner of a Grand Prix season. And that is not what you want to see. So safety car deployed.
Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
And it possibly opens up a different sort of strategy for maybe people a little bit lower down. Do they come in, bolt on the hard tyres and try and go all the way to the end? It might be something I would try if I'd had some wing damage. But yeah, that was a huge incident, and I think it would have been quite a nasty one in real life, that one. But Ilott and Tsunoda out of the first Grand Prix of the season. There's 18 cars still remaining in this opening Grand Prix. And Pierre Gasly leading the way. He got the better launch. And you know, we were trying to be safe. Oops. Oh, I'm going to use a flashback there. I do think that they shouldn't have track limit warnings on safety car laps, but
Okay, slow down, slow down. Your delta is negative, which means you are too fast. Reduce your pace.
yeah, we were just trying to be safe. But if we can get that sort of run on Gasly going into the first lap of racing, then that would be fantastic. Oh, we're okay. Had to go onto the grass there because that was we couldn't get the car slowed down enough. But I'll see you guys when we head in.
Until the green flags.
It's going to be a big moment when those green flags wave. When is Gasly going to go for it? He's holding us all the way here. Oh, he goes for it now. He goes for it now, but we're going to have a great run on him.
Okay, clear.
Is he going to squeeze us up against the wall? He nearly did there, but we're going to have a chance going into turn one here. Round the outside of Pierre Gasly. Wow, he took it deep there. That was risky from the Frenchman. And we go a little wide and get in trouble for that. But Pierre Gasly is leading the way, and that was a big opportunity for us there, and we didn't take it. But we should be comfortably quicker than the AlphaTauri. I think we've seen that on that straight, but there's more yellow flags out and about. Green flag back out, but we got another chance at Pierre Gasly here.
That was the fastest
as we
lap
set
of
the
race.
fastest lap.
Keep this up.
And now we've got the inside line. It shouldn't be much of an issue. And we are through and back into first position. So it was a fun little battle with Pierre there, but now we can focus on building a gap in this Grand Prix and getting away from Lewis Hamilton, who is in 5th place at the moment. He's not had a good start. Ocon currently in. Well, we are absolutely dominating this Imola Grand Prix. Another fastest lap, and we have now opened up the gap to 3 seconds.
On the car behind by around a second a lap.
And this is just so sweet to drive. It really is. Gasly and Ocon now battling it out. Let's see what we're doing in Sector 1 again. Another purple sector, and we are just getting more and more comfortable with this car. It just feels so quick. There is a Haas in the pit lane. Well, another fastest lap of 1:14.6 this time. Ocon and Verstappen have managed to pass Pierre Gasly, who's been doing a really good job, but hasn't quite got the pace. Lewis Hamilton in the pit lane now. We're coming into the pits on this lap, so let's see what we got. Take the rest out of these tyres now. Lando Norris up to 3rd place at the moment, so half the grid are in. Could probably manage another lap on these soft tyres, but I don't see the point at this stage. Why not get a new set of tyres on and be even quicker than we currently are? And we are, you know, dropping off every now and then, just in case we are going to have a moment outside of the lines and get ourselves a warning, because that could be one way that we lose this Grand Prix, is with a bit of stupidity. But that was a lovely break down into the pits, and here we come into the pit box.
Go
We are away in 2.7 seconds. That's one of the best pit stops that we've had. And here comes, I imagine, Sebastian Vettel as well. I thought he was going to go and take the lead of the Grand Prix. He usually does do that. Somebody usually comes through and has an extra lap. It looks like it's going to be one of the Alfa Romeos.
Let's get some heat into those tyres.
Don't think they're going to get in front of us, so it should just be a fairly straightforward sprint to the finish now. Got 7 laps left. Let's see what we got. Here we come, up to the line then. What's it going to be? This is going to be a wonderful lap, a 1:14.1.
of the race so far.
And that was brilliant. And we're now 10 seconds ahead of our nearest challenger, Esteban Ocon. And that is how you show your hand.
The car behind is increasing by a significant amount each lap. Good job.
Yeah, I thought Lewis might be able to undercut him. He's just took Max Verstappen. He should have the pace to get past Ocon as well. But yeah, it's a walk in the park today for us. And well, another little corner cut warning. Just got to be a little bit careful now. Don't want today to be a dampener with a penalty on it. Oh, Max Verstappen is out.
15.1 seconds.
Well, the world champion, he's certainly been off the pace today, but you know, he is out now, and that's not going to be good for him. And Red Bull will be concerned by how far behind they are of us. Hamilton, I did think he would catch up to Ocon by now, but has struggled to get past Guan Yu Zhou. But you can see there's 3 seconds between them. There's just over 2 laps remaining, so let's see. Here we come then, on to the final lap of the Grand Prix, and what is interesting is Lewis Hamilton isn't closing in on us. You know, he's not fallen further away from us, but he is closing in on Esteban Ocon. So that tells me that our pace today was matched by Lewis Hamilton. If we have a look at the fastest laps at the end, obviously Lewis Hamilton hasn't had any true clear air like we have. Particularly on brand new tyres, but I'm sure he will be the second quickest car on the track. Ocon's going to get second on his debut for Red Bull, and throughout the weekend he's been the quicker guy between himself and Verstappen, so a big pat on the back, because most people that come into Red Bull can't compete with Max Verstappen, and although we did, we went and won a world championship as his teammate. You know, not many at our level in this career mode. So well played to Esteban Ocon, and he proves himself as a title contender. And here we come then, round the final corner. We are going to win the first race of the season. We start off season 5 how we mean to go on, and a brilliant victory.
Great drive. We did it. Good job.
And that's it then for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And what a sensational victory they've managed to pull off here. And talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
Well, the safety car completely changed the race, didn't it? It's hard to say exactly what would have happened without it, but there's no question that they came out of that situation in a good position.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. The captain takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Guan Yu Zhou gets my vote today.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Mercedes move to the top of the table. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Well, it's very interesting because Guan Yu Zhou managed to finish in 6th position. Mainly because he just went so long in this Grand Prix and didn't really have to battle with anyone other than Lewis Hamilton. So an excellent display from him. Looks like Lando Norris got him on the start-finish line for 5th position. But yeah, there you go. Lewis Hamilton a second quicker than anybody else in the Grand Prix. Obviously 8/10ths behind us. But that's to be expected because he wasn't going in clean air. You know, that we did lap after lap in clean air and we were shaving off the 10ths. But Lewis Hamilton, that shows the pace of our car this season. I don't know about Max Verstappen. I assume his time wasn't really competitive. Yeah, again, a 15.8. You know, nobody's anywhere near our level. 14.1 for us and a 14.9 for Lewis. We win the first race by 14.6 seconds. We weren't expecting that, but we will certainly take it. That is for sure. Of course, we take the lead of the drivers' standings, 8 points ahead of Ocon. We are 23 points ahead of Red Bull in the constructors. It is a brilliant opening race, and I really hope you've enjoyed it. It was nice for me. You know, it's nice to be able to dominate for once. It doesn't happen too often.
I'm sure you're pretty happy with that. How are you feeling after that win?
It feels amazing. Right, we want to keep the chassis department happy.
For your teammate. Will you be?
Yeah, good.
Great. Well, that's everything.
Okay, so let's have a little look at the season in general, where we are going to go next. I believe it was Portugal that we picked next, so we will see how we get on there. But perfect start of the season as far as I'm concerned. We have got the Portuguese Grand Prix coming up. And then we will be heading to France, Austria, Britain, Hungary, Belgium, Italy, and then Russia before the Brazilian Grand Prix finale. It's going to be a fantastic final season of this career mode. I really can't wait to see what's in store. Can we get another Drivers' Championship? That's the question. We obviously didn't manage to win the Constructors. Well, I mean, it says we did, but that was Mercedes. Mercedes won it that year. We didn't. And you can see, looking back, Mercedes winning it there. But yeah, we come to the team and didn't manage to win it last season. It was Red Bull who won that in the end with Bottas and Max Verstappen last season. And yeah, it will be tricky, I think, to overthrow Red Bull this season, but that retirement for Max Verstappen, that is going to mean a lot for us going forward. So let's see how we get on. Hopefully we can have another 25 points in the bag in the Portuguese Grand Prix. If you've enjoyed this first episode of Season 5, then make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 content, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.